Right, I don't usually talk about stuff like this on the channel because most of the time I can't be bothered to. I would have made this video sooner, but I got held up because of overtime at work for a few weeks. So yeah, that's why I'm only just making this video now. But there's something that needs to be spoken up about, which I think I barely see, and I barely see it spoken up about at all, really, and it's quite disappointing. So a few weeks ago, originally I saw this on a TikTok. It showed a BBC News article. It's a real article. I'll link it up. I assume it's called Basingstoke. I'm not the best when it comes to pronunciations with things. Someone put up some posters around this area, and all it said was, "It's okay to be white." That's all it said, and this caused a police investigation. And it wasn't long before they said it was being treated as a hate incident. Now, I'm trying to be very careful on this matter, because the problem is nowadays you can't have an argument about something like this without getting accused of racism or sexism or homophobia or whatnot, which is a bit sad, really. My feeling is to put up posters saying it's okay to be white and treat that as a hate incident. If someone had put up posters saying it's okay to be black, or it's okay to be Asian or gay or whatnot, people would probably say, "Oh, this is good. This is trying to promote equality and whatnot." But not this, because this is racist. Well, sorry, but treating that as a hate incident is a hate act in itself, because it's just blatant racism against white people. If it didn't say it's okay to be white, it would be treated differently. It would be treated in a more positive light, I'd like to imagine. Like, it wasn't until now I realised just how blind people are to the fact that racism against white people is actually a thing that is barely spoken about at all. I mean, the only derogatory term I know for white people is the word cracker, but that doesn't really sound offensive, does it? A cracker is literally just something you eat. It's a biscuit. If someone calls me a cracker, I wouldn't be really offended by that, because it doesn't sound offensive at all. It doesn't have as much punch as calling someone of colour the N-word. It doesn't have that punch. But however, if someone were to call me white trash or whatever, then there would probably be a problem there. The way they've treated this is more or less them saying, no, it's not okay to be white. And now they don't actually say that, but that's kind of an impression I've been given on this. Frankly, it's just shocking, to say the least. And this isn't the first instance of racism against white people, which is only talked about for like 5 minutes. This happened at the start of November. Today is the 17th of December. There was something else that happened earlier on in the year. What happened was the BBC put out an advert for a trainee job on Springwatch and The One Show. I know this because I've got the article up, which I'll also link. What they did was they only allowed people from ethnic minority groups or whatnot to apply for this position. No white people could apply for this position. So for someone to say, even after hearing that, say, "Oh, well, that's good, because that's saying that's a step in the right direction to ending racism," kind of wrong there, because there's still an act of racism in there, banning white people from applying for an internship because of their skin colour. This got talked about for 5 minutes and then faded away into nothing. Now, I'm not going to try and compare these to, like, the George Floyd incident or whatnot, because that was completely different and not very good. But it's bad in its own way, and the fact that this doesn't get talked about barely, like, at all, it raises some eyebrows, or at least it raises my eyebrows. If you really want to eliminate racism as a whole and be completely equal, you need to include white people too, along with every other ethnic group. Even if it's going for a job and someone outqualifies everyone else and this person happens to be white, alright, it shouldn't if it shouldn't, and someone says, "Oh, is it because this person was white and I'm not?" And they should just be told, say, "No, it's not because you're not white. It's because this person outqualifies you." Some people just need to have it given straight to them. Like, just take it on the chin. Now, to be fair, this doesn't happen very often. I mean, to be fair, black people did have this problem back then. But to say you're eliminating racism by taking down posters saying it's okay to be white and banning white people from jobs, that's just part of the problem. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about on this matter. I don't talk about this stuff often, and I've tried to be as careful as I can. But the chances are, if this video actually gets out there and a lot of people actually see this video, I wouldn't be surprised if someone starts accusing me of racism, even though I've tried to be as careful as I can here. Oh yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that matter. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah.